Thank you so much, Chris. And I want to thank everybody else that's here today, because really what Chris is talking about and what I know that we are dedicated to in CSL is this idea of unity, oneness, a world that works for everyone. Because in principle, we're not separate. And I love this story about your friend who, knew that if he freaked out, he could get off the ride. But there was a cost to that, you know, and to go through our trials, so to speak, is a worthy intention, especially if we can stop and pause and, question what is really important here, And to me, what I've been guided to, the idea that love is the miracle. What we're actually accessing is the power given in the beginning. And without stopping and inquiring what that is, the superficial stuff becomes more important than the power that gives access to the truth, And so we're, in our day-to-day struggles, we're deceiving ourselves that those struggles are the worthy cause of our life. And they are very distracting from really why we're here, which is to love each other. And so, the world that works for everyone is where everyone becomes a loving presence and is concerned with the service that we can render to one another. So to borrow from, I'm in recovery, to borrow the principle, CSL unity is our primary reason for joining here today. And I'm so pleased to hear you speak. And I salute you, brother, and talk to you soon.
Thanks, Bob. It's always great to see you. So yeah, I love that, you're thanking everybody for being here, because that's the collective, and there is power in that collective consciousness. When we were talking beforehand about Maharshi and Maharishi, the reason I brought it up is because one of my favorite things is what's called the Maharishi effect. And that was, the experiments back starting late 70s of people meditating in large groups of people for the same purpose around like a specific metropolitan area to see if they could affect, like crime rates and then other like, economic influences, and see if they could create more positive and create less of the violence. And, it had pretty remarkable, results. And the reason I ask is because sometimes I hear it called the Maharishi effect, and then sometimes I hear it called the Maharshi effect. And so I know if you Google Maharishi effect, you can find it. And really, I mean, it's still going on today through, the Global Coherence Network, the Institute of Noetic Sciences, and the Heart Math Institute. There's so much that still continues on from that was started in the 70s. So there is power as we come together with this intention, with this like mind, and be that, because we are like the radio transmitters out there in the world. And so the thoughts that we have, the more that we tune our brain to just remember to just be still, just be calm where we go. And, of course, life happens and we get that dial tuned to another frequency where we're like into that static again. And then that's our reminder when we feel it, like, oh yeah, just be still, just surrender for a moment, let that calm come through, let the inspiration come through. And then you're emitting those waves to everybody around you. They've demonstrated that, through transcendental meditation, that coherence, your waves affect people around you and can actually bring other people into coherence who aren't meditating, who don't even have, meditation process program. So yeah, there is power from coming together.